Okay, what's your name?
I'm Dalton.
And where are you from?
I'm from Overland Park, Kansas. Yep.
Right there. Okay,
Yep,
so you're
yep.
going to be telling us about this Farmall BN.
Yeah.
So,
go ahead.
yeah, what does the BN stand for and so forth?
So it's based off of the B, and then it's got the N on there. That's for the narrow. It seems that there's a misconception. It might be because of the front end, but it's because of the back end. My understanding is it's 4 inches shorter than what normal B would be. So it's the back end will have a different drawbar than what you'll see on the B. And there's an attachment difference when you look at what they can put on the rear of the BN versus the B. So that's what's going on with the end part of that.
Okay, and how did this tractor come to be restored in this state and et cetera?
Yeah. So
You might want to jump in here. Yeah, where did it come from?
Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Yeah, so I was born in Cheyenne, Wyoming. That's where my parents had me. When I was 6 months old, they decided I need a tractor. You know, it only makes sense, right? You have a baby, they absolutely need a tractor. So I was 6 months old and they picked up this. It looked a lot different than it did when they had originally picked it up. A lot of rust. I don't even know if it really moved, did it? I mean, it didn't move, it was stuck. And they took it back to Tipton, Kansas, so 2 hours south of here. And they tore it all apart and started getting everything loosened up piece by piece, put it back together, painted it, and made it look real nice. And next thing you know, 6 month old had a tractor to be pretty dang proud of. So
that is great.
Yeah.
And so, what have you all used it for? Like, did you actually use it as for farming or like what?
No, more for fun, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we put a rake back probably when I was in about 6th grade middle school, and we put a rake on it, just a single drop rake on the back, and we would run out in the alfalfa field and all the loose pieces. Grandpa's like, how about you go and clean that up a little bit? So we'd drag it all around and rake up alfalfa, pull the plug, but that was about as much of farm work as it's got to do. Otherwise, it's just a real fun looker.
So it's just been loads of fun.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And now, of course, it's helping to make ice cream.
Absolutely.
That's the best.
My uncle went and put that on there, and it's definitely a great addition to the tractor. I think it really gives it some character and gives it a purpose again, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. And what are your plans? I assume you're hoping to keep it in the family?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's the goal. I don't imagine it's going to go anywhere anytime soon. So when you get something this cool, you got to kind of hang on to it forever. So,
yeah. Well, thank you so much. And then, you want to just introduce me to the other people that were involved in this tractor, real quick?
Yeah. So this is my grandpa. Say hi to him real quick.
What's your name?
Francis Gasper.
And where are you from?
I'm from Tipton, Kansas.
Tipton, and you are part of this group as well?
That's my grandson.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your name?
I'm Don Juenemann
And where are you from?
from Hoxie, Kansas.
Okay. Okay, so what's your name?
My name's Darren Juenemann.
And where are you from?
I'm from Manhattan, Kansas.
Okay, so you're the one who originally kind of got this.
Yeah, we found this in 1997. We lived in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and it was on an auction in Wheatland, Wyoming.
And what kind of condition and state was it in?
It was in rough condition. It was owned by the Geringer family and had been retired, and so the engine was stuck and it needed a lot of attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it wasn't in like piecemeal parts. It was pretty much
it was hanging together pretty well. So we were pretty excited to find it. It was a unique find, and it just really piqued our curiosity. So we added it to our collection.
And what do you think are some of the things about this tractor that make it unique?
The biggest thing probably is just that my boys have been interested in it, and they've taken ownership of it, and it's special to them. And then specifically. There's a lot of Bs and there's a lot of BNs, but there's not very many that have the single front tire.
Okay.
And it makes it really easy to steer and turns really sharp, and it's just a fun tractor to drive.
Oh, so it actually helps with kind of precision driving.
Yep, and it's a really easy tractor for young people to drive, so kids can drive it really easy and have a lot of fun with it.
So how much time are you the one that did a lot of the restoration work?
No, the lion's share, and I was learning at the same time. My father-in-law, who's really good with these tractors, I joke that you could put him in a room with tractor pieces and blindfold him, and he could put the whole tractor together because he's just got a lot of know-how and a lot of mechanic experience. So he and I did the lion's share of the work of this together. So.
Okay.
But I learned a lot through that process.
Did you have to like find a lot of parts? Were a lot of parts missing, or?
The biggest thing was that the engine block was cracked, so we had to find a new engine block.
Okay.
And that was the single most, the biggest piece that we had to find. After we had that, it was pretty easy.
How much time would you say you had to spend on, the restoration process? Like years or just?
Over a year's time, but there was more time, spent just gathering parts and doing research and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anything else you can share about this tractor? Any good memories or?
No, it's just been a really fun project, and like they'd mentioned, my brother put an ice cream maker on it recently, and we've had a chance to have some socials with ice cream, and it's just a fun little project.
So it's still helping to bring the family together.
Yeah, it sure is.
Fantastic. The power of the Farmall.
That's right. Thank you.
Thank you. What's your name?
Dustin Juenemann from Norton, Kansas.
Great. And so tell us about this interesting accoutrement that's on the back of this tractor.
Well,
how did it come to be?
Everybody here has tractors and everybody wants to put them to a good use or whatever, and we make a lot of homemade ice cream, me and my wife does, and I'd heard about these big ice cream makers, and I'm like, well, this is a good project for us. And I knew my wife wouldn't get mad at me for it, so I surprised her with the ice cream maker, and I borrowed the tractor from my nephew and seen if we could match them up, and we figured it out, mounted it on there, and now we make ice cream 5 gallons at a time.
And saved you a heck of a lot of work, right?
It does. And it's a lot of fun too.
And so just tell us some details. I'm going to come around here to the back. So tell us some details about, how this...
Okay, so basically an ice cream maker needs to run real nice and slow to get your ice cream real nice, smooth, and rich.
Yeah.
I originally wanted to run it off the belt pulley, but it was way too fast.
Okay.
So changed the whole design and turned the thing 90 degrees and was able to run it off the PTO because PTO is 540 RPMs, which was about half of what the belt pulley was. So ran it off the PTO, built a jack shaft to slow it down. Small pulley to big pulley always goes slower. Come across, small pulley. This big pulley came with the ice cream maker. Of course, big pulley on your final drive means slow RPMs. Figured out the pulley sizes, and then it was just a matter of engaging it and disengaging it, and stole this handle off of an old planter I found in my mom and dad's drawer in the weeds.
Okay.
Just to tighten the belt and engage it. And then it runs, and it takes about 45 minutes to get the ice cream completely done.
Wow.
There is a cylinder that goes inside there with what they call a dasher. What's really cool about it is this device turns the barrel one direction and then turns the dasher the other direction, and that's what makes it
dual mixing.
Yeah, that's what makes it real nice, smooth, and creamy.
Oh.
And we have never had ice cream out of all of our homemade ice cream makers like this. It comes out, and I kid you not, it's about like Cool Whip. It's soft and fluffy, and it's about as good ice cream I've ever had.
So when are you making a batch to share with us? That's the key question.
If I had $1 for every time I've been asked that today, I think we would be rich. So then we went one step forward, and after it's done, then you can just pop the belt off, and then it's on hinges, so you can dump out the ice and salt and all, because it's so heavy. I mean, I don't know how many gallons the barrel is. I'm going to guess probably at least 20, and it's heavy with all that ice and salt and water in there when you're done.
Ingenious.
So, yep.
Ingenious, resourceful, functional, delicious.
And this is Dalton. He's the owner of the tractor.
Okay. So, key question, what's one of your favorite flavors of ice cream?
I'll tell you what, this ice cream's so good, it's tough to beat vanilla. But my wife has these tricks where, she can make it mint chocolate chip with just a little bit of flavoring, or what else have we done? We've done all the good flavors. So
that's fantastic.
Yep.
Well, thanks for telling us about this.
You bet. Thank you.
Okay, this is going to be a demonstration of the ice cream maker. Sounds great. ice cream.